you an E or a C?
Both have Ridgeback.
These are loaded with tech.
Which one are you gaming? Definitely E for me.
It's just so forgiving.
I'm definitely an E.
C is for Cheka. What else?
C is for kill it.
C is me. Low spinning bomb.
So, are you an E or a C?
I don't know. Hey, wait a minute.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
And welcome back to Big's Golf Talk, BGT 2.0. I am Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas. And our website is www.bigsgolftalk.net or .com. And follow us on social media as well. On Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And Bill the Golf Father Cuevas, as you know, we travel a lot. I mean, a lot. As a lot of golfers do. A lot of golfers travel a lot. So you always not only want to protect your golf clubs, but you want to protect your valuables as well and your clothing. And, you know, when you use, you know, soft cloth luggage or something like that, sometimes it can, you know, your clothing gets soiled. You arrive at the hotel and you want to get onto the tee, and all of a sudden someone accidentally bursted a soda thing in another piece of luggage, or you know, it gets thrown around and it gets ripped and stuff like that.
It's happened to me.
Yeah, it's happened to me
too. Because you know, when I visit Albuquerque doesn't have my Latin food from the East Coast,
right? So
I bring my seasoning here. I bring it to the West Side, and I had sazon and adobo inside of my shaker, and it was everywhere on my soft case, everywhere.
It could ruin somebody else's clothing as well. I mean,
oh my God, it was
in the cargo area. They stack the luggage on top of each other. So if you know, as a matter of fact, with the experience me working, you know, my other job around the airport, I see a lot of luggage get destroyed, and I see a lot of luggage, you know, especially, and it's all with soft case.
And who would have thought you would have had another job at the airport handling luggage?
Yeah,
that wasn't even planned.
And I'll tell you what, one of the name brands is one of the name brands that I see all the time is the name brand that we're about to introduce to you, and how you can protect your valuables when you're traveling on that golf vacation or wherever you might be traveling to. Let me tell you about Skyway Luggage. For 100 years, over 100 years, Bill, Skyway has understood your love of travel, my love of travel, your love of travel, everyone's love of travel. That's why their diverse offering of luggage and travel accessories focus on quality materials, innovative features, and creative designs.
Yes.
To feed your sense of wanderlust again and again, traveling the world since 1910. And Bill, I want to introduce our next guest, and I'll tell you what, we have this luggage in our possession. Yes. We both have the hard case, and I got to tell you, my wife was ecstatic with the vacation, you know, the travel coming up to Orlando, Florida. You and I go.
Yeah, show, baby.
Yep. And you know, not only that, but we have to protect our broadcast equipment because we broadcast live all the time.
That was the first thing I told you. These things are hard cases. We need them. We don't have to worry. What's the biggest concern when we travel? Our soft tops, they're going to get squashed. What's going to happen to our equipment? You have equipment bag that you have to carry on.
How many times have our board been damaged in flight? And all of a sudden, now I'm ordering parts, and I got these parts from overseas. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, no,
and it's all been protected by soft luggage. Now, moving forward, it's going to be protected by hard shell luggage, which is going to help us immensely when we travel with our equipment. Let's bring in our guest right now from Skyway Luggage. Tim Fenton is joining us here on BGT TV and BGT 2.0. Tim, welcome into Big's Golf Talk.
Good to be here. Thanks for inviting me, John and Bill.
No, thank you. I know that I had seen a post on LinkedIn, and I reached out to Big John. I was like, hey, I know we get this soft stuff, but they got this beautiful hard case. I want it. I need to change. We need to change. We need to express one because we travel so much. I was like, a lot of times we worrying too much. These are hard cases. They're beautiful. The company's been around for, I didn't even realize 100. I knew it was forever, but I didn't realize 100 forever. So it was a no-brainer. And it's easy to tie into golf because as a golfer and as a radio show, we travel a lot. So if you saw what my bags look like after a year with the wear, the tear, the zippers breaking,
rippers,
everything,
ripping, the claw. I mean, because let's face it, the people that handle luggage on the ramps and stuff like that, they just toss it. I mean, have you ever watched these guys just load luggage on the airplane? They literally are just tossing it, all over in the cargo area, onto the belt, and then back onto the vehicle when your luggage arrives. And so the hard shell really adds that protection. And Tim, I'm not blowing smoke when I tell you, working in what I'm doing outside of radio and near the airport, I see Skyway luggage all the time, coming through. And as I said, it just wasn't a mantra in my introduction. You guys have been traveling the world since 1910.
Well, not me personally. Be careful what you say there, but
hey, Tim, you don't look the day over. No, that's a different story. Come on, let's just go back.
I do appreciate your statement about the abuse luggage takes by handlers. There really isn't another consumer product category anything like it, right? When was the last time you handed something to a complete and total stranger and expected them to handle it with care? So designing into that is a real challenge.
So how I mean, we got ours. I got to travel a little bit more sometimes because he does have his primary job. I took mine to Oklahoma. My daughter just graduated from the military, from boot camp, and now in a different state. But I'm going to visit her in that state, so I'll be packing that up again. But you don't even have to be on an airplane, folks. All you gotta do is have this luggage, because when you go on a road trip and you have other luggage, there's nothing more comfortable when you can stack and you have that support. There's no lopsidedness. There's not going right on top, straight up in the back, and you have nothing to worry about. That was one of the biggest things that I took on my road trip, was being able to stack them and not worry about it. There was really nothing to worry about. So besides the airport side of it, if you're going to travel locally, road trips or whatever, like I do to go see my kids, you need this. It's perfect for it. And I don't worry about it. I don't worry about putting because when you go on an airplane, you're not allowed to have more than 2 ounces of this, more than 2 ounces of that. This thing, when you put it, honestly, the first time I used it, I didn't even think about it. I didn't worry about what was going to break, what was going to happen, what's going to do this. Normally, when I check in my luggage, I'm worried, are they going to break my cologne? And not because it costs a lot of money, but because it's going to ruin my stuff. And I'm trying to put things in plastic bags and seal it tight and praying that it doesn't come out. But now I don't. I'm not worried about it anymore. With the hard case, I set it and forget it.
Yeah, you don't want your cologne mixed with your spices. That's for sure. That would be catastrophic. Yeah,
but I don't know if you know what sazon is, right? But sazon is orange. And if you touch it, you become orange. Anything it touches, it becomes orange. And everything in that luggage.
Now, although we are promoting the hard case luggage by Skyway here on BGT and talking about Skyway luggage, but Tim, not to take away from, you guys do offer soft, and duffel bags and backpacks and things like that, don't you?
We do, and it's actually a significant portion of the total offering of product, but there has been a significant growth over the last decade plus in the hard side of things. So
and you contributed to the fact that people like us are getting smarter, because we're at the airport so much. We see, even when that thing flies off of that carousel and it goes up in the air and then it falls down and the next bag hits it and everything's hitting it from every direction, I cringe watching the abuse that those bags take.
Yeah, it's definitely the number one consideration when purchasing luggage. Durability is paramount. making that travel experience stress less, giving the consumer peace of mind. So everything you've said, Bill, is a testament to that. That's primary and a focus for any and every consumer who uses our product.
Now, Tim, correct me if I'm wrong, but Skyway is in retail stores. One of those retail stores is Kohl's. I happen to know that because when I worked at Kohl's back in Wisconsin in retail, Skyway Luggage was our number one seller, in the department store. And but you guys are in retail stores all over, aren't you?
We are. We sell through major department stores such as Kohl's, through warehouse clubs like Costco, and then a host of other locations, and a direct-to-consumer business off our website.
So I saw the direct-to-consumers and stuff like that, and I've seen your luggage on JCPenney. I've seen it everywhere that I look. The models change. I guess you have newer models on the website that just came out as well. We know personally that Black Friday's coming. Are you guys going to be offering anything on your side of Skyway Luggage for Black Friday?
We always do. Actually, at the headquarters of Ricardo, the umbrella or top tier brand over Skyway, where I operate out of, corporate headquarters, we probably process anywhere from 15,000 units and up per week. So that's separate from Black Friday. So imagine Black Friday and the volume that's pushed through. It's significant. Yeah. Because
I've been noticing it more and more before Christmas, and one of the biggest travel holidays are coming now for Thanksgiving and everything else. You notice a lot of luggage is on your site, especially with you guys, Skyway Luggage. They're offering a discount on it and stuff like that. I like skywayluggage.com. I'm a big, I try to push. Great website to navigate. It is. It was really, really easy and stuff. It wasn't until after the fact, after going through your website, that I noticed that I punched it in. And I'll be honest, the only reason I punched it in because for two reasons. One, my daughter said, the one that just graduated from the military, she goes, "Dad, do they have camo?" So I went and looked for camo. And I said, "No, but I'm going to tell the guy now that we need camo." And then the other part, "Hey, do they have yellow?" I was like, "Yellow? Yeah, I want my luggage to stand out." "Okay, I'll ask are you guys in the works of making yellow? Have you had yellow in the past?" Can you fill us in a little bit, Tim, of what's coming out?
Well, there's a fashion aspect to our business,
okay,
and yellow doesn't happen to be one of the most popular colorations.
I'm not going to argue with you, not even a little bit.
But maybe if we name it Saison, and have a little bit
of we add that little Latin flavor to it. You're gonna have everybody hooked. They're gonna think your luggage tastes good.
Yeah, we do offer and have just launched a collection that incorporates camo. It's in a subdued way, not in a high contrast coloration. But
where is that on the site?
It's on the site. It's a soft side collection called Rainier.
Okay. I'm going to Rainier right now.
Okay,
I have you guys up.
Well, while he's looking that up, and we have only about 6 more minutes here, and time flies by when we're having fun and talking.
So much fun.
On the golfing side of things, actually, I have 2 questions, and let's talk about the golf question first. Any chances you guys are going to be offering protection for golf clubs at any time?
I wouldn't discount that, but we're not presently working on that. We're really initiating an evolution of the Skyway brand. But if you think about the Skyway brand, it's all about adventure and travel and that experience. And this collection I mentioned of Skyway bags does play into that more casual, sport, adventure-oriented lifestyle. So I wouldn't say never, John. It's absolutely a possibility.
I think it's a good possibility, Tim. I think we need it.
My second question is, we're hearing so much about smart suitcases. However, the airlines are still regulating that they're not allowing smart suitcases unless it has a detachable battery, and you must take out the battery out of a smart suitcase. Has Skyway thought about getting into the smart technology?
We're always looking at technology, and there are intentions of persisting that and developing it into the Skyway brand. It's in the Ricardo brand presently is a USB connectivity.
Mhm.
So to your point, the battery itself has to be removed from the luggage
Right.
for checking on. That's a known entity, but that will evolve into the Skyway brand near term for sure.
I like it. And I got a little luggage tag that I could put on it because I don't want nobody to touch my luggage. And I'm gonna send you a picture, Tim, later on in the future. I'm pimping out my bag. I got my stickers. I got my logo, the Golf Father. I got that made, so nobody's gonna be able to touch my bag. You know what I mean?
I could do my equipment bag, but the bigger hard case that I have is kind of a universal for myself and my wife. So she's like, no, you're not getting in those stickers on that bag. But our equipment bag's gonna be pipped out in the Big's Golf Talk stuff. So
I don't share well with others, so my bags are gonna get pimped out. Everybody's gonna know it's Big's Golf Talk, Bill the Golf Father, Quabot. Everybody, I got my little carrot. I don't know if you can see this funny looking guy right here, sir, but
I see that.
You see that? That's me. So he's going to go on the bag. Big's Golf Talk is going to go on the bag. BGT 2.0 is going. We're going to pimp out those bags. People are going to be envious and jealous, and they'll be like, "Where you get that bag from?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Skyway Luggage, of course." It is the only thing that they have these little contraptions now that they put on your luggage. You can put on your own luggage. It's like when you lose people that lose their keys all the time.
Yep.
So I've always been afraid if I put it on and it falls off with the people handling it and stuff like that. So at least now I put it in the hard case. I'm not worried about it. Put it inside of it, and I can still find my luggage.
Right on.
So just so people know, if you're afraid about your luggage, I know where my luggage at. I mean, even with me and last time, my luggage got lost, my golf clubs, and it was that somebody took it off the rack and put it on the side and left it there. So we're just watching the stuff go around, and our bag is saying it's coming through, but there was nothing. So it's always good to have a little backup to it. So Skyway Luggage is the way to go.
With a few minutes left here, and I know Bill, you're talking and testimonial and then all that stuff. I get that. One thing we want to talk about too is the hardware that Skyway Luggage uses, because the zippers, the wheels are quality material. And I will tell you, out of other baggage companies that I've seen, Skyway is right at the top when they use top-notch hardware. Tim, am I wrong by saying that?
You're absolutely correct. There's a lot of testing that goes into our products before they're brought to market, and we put those through extreme conditions to exceed what the consumer experiences for the very reasons expressed. We're also there's a technical side to our product category, and under Skyway, what appears to be a plastic case is actually evolving into different material formulations to enhance durability, anti-scratch characteristics, on and on. So the average consumer doesn't necessarily recognize that, but there's a lot of technicality that goes into the production of hard side cases.
Yeah, they need to recognize that.
For over 100 years, Skyway Luggage has traveled the world, and it seems and it sounds like by this interview, Tim, you guys are always evolving in your materials, in the strength of the luggage, and probably the feedback from the consumer. Anything we could be looking out for by Skyway Luggage in the near future?
Well, we're stepping into an area of hybrid construction where we're looking at blending the soft and hard side. Imagine, hard side where you need it and soft side where you want a little bit more flexible packing. So that's a step we're taking into the Skyway, or under the Skyway brand. And we're constantly looking at innovative ways and making that travel experience easier and less stressful. So you can look for new ideas coming from Skyway in the next year that are going to be patented and out there.
That's nice. Well, now you know that Skyway Luggage will be represented at the PGA show in Orlando, Florida, where thousands and thousands and thousands of golfers in golf industry people will be. And you'll find my luggage. And if you see my luggage, keep walking. Leave it alone. It's mine.
We'll be more than happy to talk to anybody about Skyway Luggage. If you see us rolling with our equipment case out there at the PGA show, we'll tell you all about it. Take a look for yourself at the luggage and feel it and all that stuff. Tim, thank you so much for joining us here on Big's Golf Talk BGT 2.0. And if anybody wants more information about Skyway Luggage, skywayluggage.com is their website. Follow them on social media as well, as the latest and greatest is always coming out from Skyway Luggage.
And they're going to be on our gift guide, just so they'll know too. So they're going to see more on our gift guide. And if they pop any codes, Tim, let us know. We'll post it on our website. Sorry. I had an interview. I forgot.
Tim, thank you so much for joining us here on BGT TV.
Hey, thanks, John and Bill. Good talking with you.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Great day, guys.
More Big Golf Talk coming your way right after this.